back up, name the place, and we...
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the... And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have two. Two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. 180!
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Everyone's got four down. They're going to 88. They're going to 88.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Bravo! 45.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brashad Perriman, 54 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 75 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the 49ers going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
22. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the screen. Triple team.
Andre Ellington, his first carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back.
Ready. White 25. Here we go, G.
On third down, Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Max 50. Hey, 5 on 50. 5 on 50. Check.
On fourth down, they do snap it to Winston. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Quan Alexander. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
21.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good as that is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check. Crouch. Wait. Green, triple team.
Here's Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
On first down, it's Jones, and he's got some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 54 yards. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, Haywood!
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
Here we go. 11. 12. Fellas, here we go.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. Well, he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now Ellington. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Check. Double time. 3 down. Check 13.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Niners' 48-yard line.
Ready. Back 25 behind.
50. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Wait.
50. Mike's on.
You don't see me in your nightmares, son.
On play action, Winston. That'll be caught by Jordan Leggett, his tight end. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Jordan Leggett, 48 yards. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, watch the slant.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Devin White brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Airing this one out for Evans. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They go play action. Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he had been able to haul that one in.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To the air again with Winston. And it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Jameis again. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as...
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Here we go.
After the sack on 1st down, Garoppolo, wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Winston. And Blake has it over the middle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Winston now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Jameis now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
From the red zone now, Winston. Escaping the pressure. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Gay missed it. Pulled it off to the left. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. There he goes left side, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. But he will not get the 2 points. He stopped up short, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw is Winston. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready? 125. Let's go.
Play fake. Winston. His throw incomplete. Great solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Winston now. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here's Winston. It's caught. Jones. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They'll run on 1st down. Jones trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, 60 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Winston. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Here we go.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And with that last play, he's now up over. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. Dance, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Check that.
Now Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. And got his man complete. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard, 83 yards. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try the left side. Coleman shifts by him. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman. with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Hattie, black 25 behind. 50's the mic, 50's the mic. 5 on the 50, 5 on the 50, 5 on the 50.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he stopped immediately there. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Ready? Watch 25. 50. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Jim. Green, triple team. Let's go.
Second down, Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Ready? Black 25. 50. Check my 50. And we have white.
On 2nd and 12, Winston over the middle, complete. That's Howard. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Complete to O.J. Howard. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Ready?
They'll come out in the pistol.
Watch 54. Here we go.
From the gun, Winston. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Nick Bosa brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Second down and goal. Winston. And he's going to go down again. Nick Bosa in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get one. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Now, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to it after the pick six. Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great start to the second quarter, better than 30 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to get... Give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Winston. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The left side completion to Jones. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities.
Mike Evans, he's going to go. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Now here's Winston as his guys will line up and go for the 2-point conversion. Again, it's Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Let's go. Let's go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Here we go,
so quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Alert, alert, 12. Hey, high 7.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Deep ball for, it's caught inside the 25. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
Ready? Blue ready. Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Here we go. Green, triple T. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. D Ford in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. Evans has it left side. 20, 10, 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Now here's Winston as his guys will line up and go for the 2-point conversion. Winston to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
I got you. 65.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A gain of 32 that time.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jerick McKinnon, 2 years in the making, gets his first 49er carry. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Here we go.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Garoppolo gives to Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 36 yards on the play. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit him with a big one.
The defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Mike 5-4. I'm coming.
They go play action. Winston. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Mike 51. Mike.
Here we go, even.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Jameis again. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards the pickup there. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
On third down, Winston. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here we go.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the 49ers, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.